How's it going, guys? Your driver Mike here, back with another live stream, back with a packed car. Thanks for joining. Thanks for riding along with me. We are on our way to sunny California. We are on our way to San Diego right now. We just entered Indiana. So thank you so much for riding along, for joining on this live stream. We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out and answer your questions, possibly, and talk about a few things going on. But really, this is just a hangout for those that just wanna ride along with me, heading out. Now, let's talk about what we're doing today. We are driving approximately 9 hours, and we've done about 4.5 so far. It's going to take about 4 or 5 days, depending on how many stops I make, how the energy level goes, and traffic. Yeah, that's about it, guys. But we have everything packed in the Dodge Caliber here. Not too much, but as you can see, enough. And it was funny because we were talking and we were saying, hey, are you gonna take Lyft rides on your way out there? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And didn't realize how much stuff I actually had to bring over. So as you can see, probably not gonna take any rides en route, just because obviously we have the seats down. So there's that. But guys, thanks for joining. I see we have some people in here, and shoot a comment if you'd like. We're pretty much just straight highway driving, so if I can catch your comments, I absolutely will. Or if I don't see it, try to send it in a couple times, because I can see it pop up here. As always, safety is first and foremost, so if I don't see your comment, I apologize. But again, if I don't see it, maybe shoot it through a couple of times. And thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out with me right now, guys. We got about, I don't know, maybe an hour on this live stream. I have no idea. You know, it really just depends. We don't want to crush the data too hard on the phone. And I'm assuming that Google Maps is still going to work, even though we're live streaming. I hope. If Google Maps does not work while we're live streaming, I'm going to have to close it out because I need to see the navigation. But we're continuing straight here for 70 miles, so we're good right now. Hey guys, how's it going? I see some people jumping in here. Thanks for joining. You're riding along with me. Smooth sailing, guys. It's sunny and beautiful, big skies here in Indiana. It's been smooth sailing. So thank you so much for riding along. You are my co-pilot, guys. Hey, Francisco, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Thumbs up. We got a nice Camaro right next to us being towed. I obviously can't swivel the camera or anything, but we got like a brand new white Camaro next to me. Black rims just went by on an RV. Now we are going to talk Uber, don't worry, but we are just going to hang out. And let me move over for this truck that is absolutely flying next to us here. Yeah, we're going to talk Uber and Lyft. We're going to talk about the move, a little bit about the live stream from San Diego developments. So really whatever you guys want to talk about first. I did have, well, a little announcement. As you may have seen, the giveaway is now live for the Vantrue N2 Pro dash cam. That is a dual camera dash. Actually, we're recording with it right now. I'm going to put together a full review on it. So we're recording right now on the N2 Pro. Again, 2 cameras, both are 1080p, which are very good. And if you use just a front-facing camera, that's 1440p. Oh my gosh, guys. 1440p is basically what I film these videos in. That's one step down from 4K. That is really good resolution. We're filming on an iPhone 7, which does film in 4K. YouTube usually scales down my video, or iMovie scales down my video to 1440p, but it's that good. This dash cam, the N2 Pro, is that good. It films in 1440p if you just use that front cam. So check out the recent video I did on that. You can jump off and come back here or watch a little bit later, because we're giving one away. Because you guys are so awesome that you help this channel race to 1,000 subscribers in like 7 months, which is crazy. And as a thank you, I partnered with Vantrue, and we're giving you one of those upgraded new dash cams for free for one of you guys. It is a $200 dash cam, and you can see, I know the sun is crushing me right now. I can't put my visor down because it's going to cover you guys. That's why we got the sunglasses though. But we're giving one of those away to one of you guys, a $200 dash cam. That's the biggest prize we've ever done on the channel. We still have the Falcon F360 attached to the rear view mirror. I can't go without it, just because the rear view mirror, it's longer with the Falcon, and it gives you nice visibility. So I still highly recommend that, and we will put them head to head. But a $200 dash cam is awesome, and I'm really pumped that I can give one away to you guys. So all you have to do is, as I open my, there we go, Monster Energy drink. We got a regular one today. What else? I was going to say something. I don't know. I lost it. But yeah, follow that link in that recent video, guys. So let me know if you have any questions about that. The sun's kind of washing out the screen here for me, but I can still see you guys a little bit. Also on the channel, hey Julio, thanks for joining. Julio in the San Diego market, that's awesome. Glad to have you in the San Diego market, Julio says. Appreciate that. Guys, I just came back from San Diego, as you probably saw. See, I can't put this visor down. I can't, it blocks me. Yeah, it blocks me. That's okay. I just came back from San Diego, like 2 days ago. I was finishing that interview. Obviously, I was lucky enough and got the opportunity with that company. And I can tell you guys, it's called InstaHealthy. InstaHealthy. And I'll be doing a sales role with them. And what they do is organic and healthy vending machine options for offices, schools, YMCAs, gyms. And I think it's great. If you think about it, when you go to a vending machine, if you do want something healthier, and obviously, you don't always want something healthier, what are the options? There was water in my old office, Diet Mountain Dew, etc., right? But what if you want something with a little more flavor? Or if you want not necessarily like baked Lay's, which is the only healthy snack option, or pretzels or something, this whole vending machine is a healthy alternative. Non-GMO, no preservatives, organic options for drinks and snacks. So I'm really pumped. Guys, if you have an office, if you have a YMCA, if you manage a gym, if you're part of a school, if you guys feel this could benefit you, healthy vending machines, leave me a comment, reach out to me in my via email. And my email is yourdrivermike@gmail.com. I think it's a good solution, a really good solution for these facilities. Hey guys, 3 likes on this live stream, appreciate that. And if you're just jumping on, if you could leave a like, that'd be awesome. Leave a like for 82-degree weather and sunny skies in Indiana. Because that's what it is right now. It's beautiful. I love this. And I could probably swivel the camera around. I'm not going to though. I mean, there's an empty road in front of me, but I don't want to mess with the phone. I could show you guys this beautiful sky right now, but I don't want to mess with the phone. We keep having people join on here. You're awesome, guys. If you're just joining, we announced the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, free $200 dash cam to one of you guys. And right now we're talking about San Diego and why I'm in this car right now. We're in this car because I am en route on a 4 or 5 day trip to sunny, beautiful San Diego, California, leaving Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the also beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about moves. Let's talk about leaving markets, entering new markets, and we'll talk about moving in general. And I am glancing up every now and then to see your comments, guys. I wish there was a sound notification when you left a comment. You know what? Maybe there is, but I'm currently plugged into the lightning jack here because I'm using the microphone. I wonder if I took that out, if there would be an audible notification for a comment. Since I'm using that port, I think it treats it like, you know, headphones or auxiliary, and it mutes all sounds. Hey, we got some more likes on here, guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so moving. Guys, this is my first move ever. And we went big. We went big. We went 2,500 miles away big. I have really grown up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania my entire life. My parents bounced around a little bit for about a year or so initially, but really I've been in Pittsburgh my entire life. And guys, if you haven't been to Pittsburgh, or if you're from Pittsburgh, if you've been to Pittsburgh, whatever, Pittsburgh's a great city. Pittsburgh is a fantastic city. If you want to go somewhere that people are welcoming, people are nice, people seem accepting, okay? Neighborhoods feel like neighborhoods. If you want camaraderie, that's Pittsburgh, guys. Pittsburgh now has always been really a blue-collar town. It is, of course, a working-class town with the history of the steel mills and industry. Heinz ketchup and Heinz condiments, etc. The Heinz company, obviously, being founded in Pittsburgh. Big sports demographic. Okay, and I think that it speaks to a part of the camaraderie. Thank you. The sun is going behind the clouds. Oh my gosh! I can see you guys better now. So if you leave a comment, feel free. But yeah, the camaraderie comes from the sports, the camaraderie of working together in that blue-collar town, and then I'm leaving Pittsburgh, you know. And again, I'm moving in part for that sales opportunity. There we go. There it goes, guys. The sun is giving me a break. So we're moving. You know, my girlfriend Mackenzie and I was out there helping her move in. She's working at the University of California, San Diego in their microbiology department. Hats off to her. That's an awesome position. And I went out there in part to help her move, as well as her parents. And I was closing on that interview. That was a third-round interview with their CEO. Now, it is a startup. It's a smaller company, but I think they're really looking to master that niche that I don't think a lot of people are doing, which again is organic and healthy vending options. I don't think a lot of people are in that space, and I've been itching to get into a sales opportunity just to really take control of my own income and to really blow up that income. You know, guys, I'm hungry for success. I did Uber and Lyft in part to supplement income. And you guys that are driving or new to driving, half of us, or a little bit over half of us, are part-time. And the majority of those part-timers have another full-time job. You know, if you're doing it just to earn some extra money for a vacation, if you're using it to pay off credit cards, by the way, I paid off my credit card with Uber and Lyft. If you're doing it just to, again, boost your income, that's rideshare, you know. I think that's one of the biggest benefits of driving rideshare. And as you know, I mean, this isn't new. You can drive whenever you want. It's flexible. You can go online whenever you want. And if you're driving full-time, hats off. 2 hats, 5 hats off to you guys that drive full-time. That's dedication, and that's even more hustle, you know. That's independent hustle, driving full-time. That's becoming a master, an absolute master in your market. And the drivers that I had on Uber and Lyft in San Diego, by the way, I hope this sounds not too loud. I feel like I'm yelling. I don't know. But the drivers that I had in San Diego were awesome. The service those guys had was exceptional. The cars were very clean, very professional. The conversation was very nice. And I got a ride from a driver with 5,000 rides. Over twice as many as I've done. I had a ride from a driver who did 10,000 rides. 10,000. He had 10,023 rides. Almost 5 times as many rides as I have done. Okay, let's ignore all, who entered what market first, because they're in California, but those guys were driving full time. And it takes a real master of time, of the platforms, of expenses, of the operation side of it to drive full time. So that's awesome. And I tip both of those guys big, especially my last driver. Really, really great service. So moving guys, what I have to do is obviously get all of the boring legal stuff out of the way, change my license, registration, all of that. But I also have to change markets with Uber and Lyft. Now, or you may not know, I don't know, if you're with Lyft, you can drive in any market in the US if you're a US driver. So I could go on my Lyft app, my Lyft driver app right now, and I could go online, and a lot of you guys know that, but maybe you don't. You can, guys, if you're traveling, if you're on vacation, if you have some free time, if you're on a business trip, right, you can go online with Lyft, which is a pretty good benefit, Again, if you're looking to offset expenses on a trip, or if you're looking to boost your revenue while you're traveling, if you really want to hustle, and if you have some downtime, you can go online, right? Not so much with Uber. I'm going to have to change markets with Uber. Most likely, and I'm not sure about this. Hey, Ryan. Ryan does some vlogs. Go check out Ryan's channel. Thanks, Ryan, for joining. And we actually filmed the intro to this vlog here. We're going to do a big vlog on this cross-country tour. I'm still trying to master vlogging, I'm still very new to vlogging. And guys, obviously, vlogging is video blogs or video logs of usually an event, storyline, something like that. So I am vlogging, I am documenting this trip across country. And you really do have to tell a story with those. I'm still trying to, get the hang of that. I haven't seen a lot of traction in the vlogs so far on the channel, but it's kind of fun. It's fun to document big trips. And I do relate it to rideshare. So guys, if you haven't checked out the vlogs, if you're interested, it tells both a story of, our travels, of Mackenzie and I's travels, and does relate to rideshare as well. So Ryan, thanks for joining. I appreciate that. So when I moved to California, or really whenever I have time, I have to tell Uber, hey, I'm changing my mailing address, my home address to San Diego. So why does that matter? Okay. Well, most likely Uber's going to do another background check. Probably just because, because you're creating a new profile. At least to my understanding, unless they've streamlined it. But I imagine, now, here's important to note right here, guys, if you didn't know already. If you've received emails from Uber, from Checker, that's the company, CHECKR, because it's cool to leave out letters in titles. It's called Checker. If you receive emails from them, it may say, such and such company has authorized your background check. View results in the attached document. Or your background check has recently been approved and is processing. Please allow, 3 to 5 business days or whatever it is to process. You'll say, hey, what is this? Is this spam? What is this? Uber actually runs periodic background checks on you, okay? And from what I've seen, it's like every 6 months or so. Again, just speaking from experience, who knows if it's random, but that's what I see. And that's just to check if you've had any major, violations on your background check, criminal, DMV, stuff like that. Most likely, I would imagine it's automated. So, don't think that Uber is saying, hey, let's get this guy. We're suspicious of this driver. It's probably automated, or it's probably based off a random, search function. Like, all right, 30% of drivers in this market are going to get checked every 6 months. The next 6 months, we're going to check another group of drivers. I'm just speculating, but it's kind of how I imagine they would do it. So Uber is going to run periodic checks, and Checker, who's a company that runs them, will usually send you a copy of that background report. Always save a copy. Always save a copy of that background check, just because it's always good to have your documentation, and it might not always be right. Yeah. It might not always be right. Mine was not right. Okay. Well, what should I expect? What should I be looking for in this background check? Open it. Don't just forward it to your Uber folder or whatever, which is a good thing to do, by the way. I forward all my Uber emails to an Uber specific folder in Gmail. But open it first, okay, and review it. And what you're going to be looking for is obviously just to make sure the info is correct. They're going to run it for every county you've lived in. Every county. They reach back 7 years, looking for any major moving violations. They go to federal, county, state, criminal checks as well. And one of mine had an incorrect county that I've never lived in, and I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. I think it was in like Nevada or something, right? It was in like a completely different state that I've never lived in. So I emailed Checker, and the email may be on that report, or you may have to dig for it on their website. But it was pretty simple. I just emailed them, say, hey, I've never lived here. Just want to give you a heads up. And they will list any violations on your account as well. Okay. Guys, if you want me to talk about anything specifically, please let me know. And again, I'll try to see your comments when I can. Hey, Larry, thanks for joining. So I can see your comments in the corner of my eye, right? I see something pop up. Larry, we announced the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, a $200 Van True N2 Pro dual camera dash cam. Check out the recent video. We're giving one away to one of you guys. That contest is now live. We also talked about moving from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 2,500 miles away, to San Diego, California. And we're doing that right now. It's day one. Now we're talking about legal aspects of your background check. Know that Uber is going to run periodic background checks, and now we're talking about what to look for. So here's what you got to look for. Obviously, like I said, make sure all the information is correct. And like I said, it's going to list any violations on your driving history or criminal background history. Any tickets, parking tickets are usually not on there. Okay, at least talking to other drivers, parking tickets are usually not on there. Hey guys, thanks for leaving some more likes on here. Appreciate it. Even if you pop in for a minute or two, if you can leave a like on your way out. Obviously, I hope you guys stay for some time here and just hang out with me, because it's fun, guys. It's fun hanging out, driving 4.5 hours by yourself. Why not hang out with you guys? It's more fun. So on that background check, it's going to show, if you have like reckless driving, let's say, it's going to say reckless driving. Probably it's going to say like conviction, I think it says, and then it's going to have your date. Don't get spooked that it says conviction, right? All that means is you were found guilty of the offense, whatever it is, failure to use a signal, I don't know, whatever the ticket says. And it'll say, conviction, whatever date it was. And that's really it, at least from the examples that I've seen. And minor things like that, it's okay, all right? It's not going to get you deactivated. Now, Uber will consider this if you have a ton of violations. If you have 4 in the last year, I can't say either way because I'm not on that team, but Uber may not let you drive, okay? Now, if you have any major violations, if you have a DUI, if you have any violent offenses, that's going to automatically disqualify you from driving. most likely it's going to say on there, you know, driving under the influence, conviction date, whatever it is. And probably going to say something like disqualified, something like that, you know, or failed as far as the background check. Now, you can reach out to Uber support and checker as well if it's something that you think shouldn't be held against you. Larry, there's a new scam going around. What is that? And thank you for bringing up a talking point. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, any talking points you want to talk about, let's do it. I got plenty of time. We just stopped at that at a rest stop back there, so I'm good. We got the Monster Energy drink. We're good. Oh, guys, by the way, while Larry's typing that out, how'd your tip matching go? This past Tuesday, what is it, Thursday now? This past Tuesday, Uber matched your tips dollar for dollar. Let's talk about that after Larry's point here. I want to know how your tip matching went. Was it profitable? Did it do nothing? How did it affect saturation in your market? Were there more drivers because of that? Oh, we're going to get into so much more about that, guys. 180 days of change. And let's talk about if this means that Uber is going to finally raise rates as the 180 days of change program wraps up here in the next coming months. Oh, okay, Larry, I got that real fast. So guys, here's what Larry said, because you can't see it on the rebroadcast. Perfect, Larry, you did the right thing. Here's what Larry's saying, guys. He got a request from a female rider, okay? When he got close, he got a phone call. It was a male, and the person said, "You are qualified for a bonus. Driving with Uber. All we need is your information and your phone number." And Larry refused. He said no. And he did absolutely the right thing. And I have heard about this. And thanks for bringing it up. I hadn't heard much from it since the past couple weeks, but I did hear someone mention it. Okay, so here's what's happening. Is someone, all right, I'm reading your comment here. Yeah, Larry, I skimmed that real fast. Larry followed up and said, it's someone pretending to be, let's get over that potholes there. Larry said it's someone pretending to be with Uber, okay? And they ask for your information, your phone number, your account login and password, and they will cash out your account. You probably using instant pay or routing, you know, somehow changing your payment information to their payment information. Guys, really for any company, okay? Any company, usually these companies are not going to call you. You know, Visa is not going to call you. Walmart is not going to call you. Uber, in this case, Uber is not going to call you. Caveat, Visa will call you if it's their fraud prevention team, okay? And I had that happen because, you know, I've been traveling so much. They thought I was, you know, someone was using my card in California. So Visa will call you if it's their fraud prevention. But when they call, they ask for some verifying info. And if you're ever unsure, by the way, about Visa, tell them that you would prefer to hang up and call the number on the back of your Visa card or any other credit card, okay? If you feel suspicious with a credit card, call, ask if you can hang up, and call the official number that's on the back of your card, okay? So let's go back to Larry's example. Someone is pretending to be with Uber. They request a ride, they call you, they ask for your information, your phone number, your login info. Larry followed up and said he waited 5 minutes and got the cancellation fee. And that's even smarter, you know? The number that you receive calls from is routed through a masked number. So no one has your personal number. but that number is only for the passenger, okay? So if you get a call, technically that's the passenger. And it's never going to be someone from Uber, guys. It's never going to, especially asking for your login information. If you get a ride like Larry just mentioned, someone claiming to be with Uber, asking for your account info, don't do it. I hope it's obvious, but guys, don't do it. Don't give any information, really, for anyone claiming to be from any company. And always call the official customer service number that you'll find from that company's website, okay? In this case, it's Uber. If you're skeptical, okay, and you think this was from Uber, you're gonna have to contact them through customer support. You're gonna have to visit a green light help location, or you can now call them in your help tab. I'm trying to hang with your comments there, Larry, appreciate it. Or you can contact Uber via the help tab. You'll see a phone icon. Go to your help tab. On the upper right, there will be a phone icon where you can call Uber. This is rolling out nationwide here in the US. Last time I checked, I haven't had it, so not everyone has it yet, but we are going to have that. And I just heard that Uber is also piloting in-app messaging. And we can talk about that a little bit more. I'm trying to understand the nuances, if it's messaging with the passenger or messaging with Uber support. I think it's with the support, but they are launching that as well. Any other questions about that, guys? Or have you experienced any other shady behavior? Any other possible scams with Uber? If not, we're going to talk about tip matching. I'm going to give you a minute here. If you have any questions, or if you've experienced anything shady with Uber or potential scams, let me know now. Otherwise, we're going to talk about tip matching this past Tuesday and how your Tuesday went. And I also want to check my navigation, but I know it's going to pause the live stream or stop the live stream entirely. So I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. We had 70 miles, which is going to take us a little bit here. So I think we're okay. I would assume that Google Maps, you know, they have the banner in iOS that drops down from the top. I assume that banner is going to drop down no matter what app I'm in, including YouTube Live. So Larry says, that would be the day I got no tips, LOL. Tuesday, guys. By the way, happy Thursday. If you're just joining, guys, this channel, you know it, guys, this channel is dedicated to the rideshare space. If you're a driver, a passenger, or someone just interested in the rideshare space, consider subscribing. We have a ton of awesome videos. We're giving away a free dash cam. We live stream all the time because I like interacting with you guys. There is so much value being added every single day in the comment section, in the videos, everywhere on the channel. Guys, definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So Tuesday, let's talk about Tuesday, guys. Hope your Thursday is going well, by the way. It's still beautiful here in Indiana. We're driving through Indiana right now. Hey, Jimmy, thanks for joining. You know, I didn't quite get that. You know, let me see if I can swipe up real quick. Okay. Jimmy said something about baiting. Oh, it's a football practice over there, guys. It's like Pee Wee football. That's pretty cool. We're like in the middle of Indiana. Oh, there's a, what is that? It's like a game going on over there too. Oh, that's a perfect, they have beautiful weather, guys. I mean, this is a full, beautiful sky in front of me. Jimmy was talking about passenger trying to bait you into a cancellation. I didn't quite understand the full question there. I apologize, Jimmy. Jimmy stated that it took 30 minutes when it was supposed to be an 11-minute trip, I believe. Something like that. I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Maybe if you can rephrase it. I didn't quite understand the question there. I apologize for that. His rating was a 4.5, Jimmy says. Yeah, we talk about that, guys. Anything below a 4.6 from a passenger, they may have done something to get, well, they probably did something to get that lower rating. They could have been exceptionally rude. They could have gotten sick in a car. They could have, you know, made 5 different stops. Who knows, you know? Jimmy, I'm just giving you a chance here real quick to ask that question again. It's a great drive, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. We're going to talk about tip matching here in a second, how your past Tuesday went. And I'm excited to talk about this because this is going to lead into a discussion about the 180 days of change. And there's some interesting verbiage from Uber about what's in the future. You're going to want to hear this. All right, so let's move into this. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. How about Tipping Tuesday from Uber, guys? Uber's done this before. Oh, yes, they have done it before, Uber. Uber matched tips dollar for dollar this past Tuesday, which means, obviously, any tips you got on Tuesday, Uber would match it. So if I gave a driver a $5 tip, Uber would give that driver a $5 tip to give that driver a $10 tip on top of the fare. And we did that, by the way. Robert, I think it was for Robert, a driver in San Diego. Yeah, Larry said they need to get rid of this ridiculous rating system. Passengers hang this rating over our heads. And guys, like I've said for ratings, general good customer service, expert navigation, a smooth ride, you know, pretty clean car. That's all you need. You know, the pillars of succeeding and getting a good rating, that's it. You know, talk like I'm talking to you guys, you know, just nice, casual, pleasant. If they don't want to talk, that's cool. I don't want to get too much into service. You know, we can talk about customer service later, you know, and how to ask the right questions. But paying attention to your route, asking if they have a preferred route before you start, if it's a longer route. Driving smoothly, don't speed, take corners smoothly, and that'll get you good ratings. That's about it, you know. Okay, so tips. We doubled Robert's tips in San Diego on Tuesday. Larry, some of these riders use their personal rating system. Yeah, if you think about it, everyone's rating system is a personal rating system because Uber never really gave anybody a guide as far as, you know, how to rate. And you don't really need a guide. Francisco thought Uber changed trips to the last 100. They did. All right, I just got a banner drop down from another app, so don't film me now, Google Maps. Yeah, Francisco said, I thought they changed the ratings to your last 100 trips. Yeah, they did, or at least they should have, versus the last 500 trips. So what does this mean to you? And not to tangent, you know, I know we're going to talk about tips here, but I'm just going with the flow with you guys. So why does this matter? Well, think about it. You have fewer trips. You have a fifth as many trips to judge your rating on, 100 versus 500. So there's gonna be faster changes. There's gonna be more variance in your rating. It's gonna go up and down faster, which is fine. Don't worry about that. If it goes down 0.02, you know, you're a 4.8, well, 4.87 or whatever, and it goes down to 4.85, or if it even drops to 4.79, you know, if you see a big drop, is my point, don't worry, because it's going to change faster than if you had 500 trips. It's going to change a lot slower at 500. So if you had a one-off ride, you know, if you made a mistake, you know, in navigation, or the passenger just wasn't feeling it, they gave you a lower rating, you can bounce back a lot faster from that. Versus if you had a string of bad ratings and you got a little bit of a hit off of 500 rides, it's going to take you a lot of rides to bounce back, okay? About ratings, and Francisco, thanks for joining, by the way. Francisco mentioned this in another stream, is now we have ratings protection. talking about the 180 days of change. If you don't check your email, if you don't check the Uber app, that's okay, guys. We do it for you here on the Your Driver Mike channel. We talk about everything that's new. So check this out. You will not be docked if a passenger gives you a lower rating for something that is out of your control. Weather, traffic, surge pricing. Whenever a passenger gives you a lower rating, lower than 5, I think it's lower than 5 if they give you a 4 too. Hey, thanks for commenting, guys. 4.9 is great, Jimmy. Larry, I saw you commenting about your rating, and I believe you mentioned fluctuations there as well. Yeah, we'll continue to touch on that. But like we were saying about rating fluctuations, that you could jump back quickly. I lost my train of thought. Obviously, the train is gone. Oh yeah, ratings protection. I read your comments and I start thinking about your comments, you know. So, if they rate a lower rating, like a 4 or lower, Uber is going to say, hey, why? Yeah, Francisco just asked, but can they still not give a reason for rating less than 5 stars? So basically what Francisco's saying is, well, yeah, Uber says, well, why did you rate a lower rating? Why? Okay. Other drivers have told me, and Francisco just hinted to this as well, that passengers could bypass this, that they don't have to give a reason. So Francisco's asking, is that still the case? Can they still bypass it? Honestly, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. And, you know, I never really rate drivers lower, you know, unless it's completely, you know, obvious that they're doing something bad. The sun's going to come back out, I know it, guys. But so I haven't seen that screen, you know, as far as what it asks. But let's assume that they can't. Larry, the ratings protection is not good. If they want to give you a lower rating, they just can. Yeah, they do have to give a reason though, but if they don't have to give a reason, then yeah, then I can see how the ratings protection doesn't do anything. If they can bypass the reason, yeah, it doesn't matter, right? If they can bypass it, then there's no, you know, we're not going to be able to get protected from, you know, one-off bad ratings if it's not our fault. If they don't list, you know, traffic, surge as reasons, then Uber's not going to know. We're not going to get protected from that lower rating. But here's the thing. I never really believe that you're going to get deactivated from passengers. What do I mean by that? If you're doing the things right, you know, if you're driving safely, professionally, car's clean, if you know how the Uber and Lyft app works so you can work with it seamlessly, you shouldn't get deactivated, no matter what passengers rate you, okay? You're gonna give enough rides that you're never gonna get to a 4.6, okay? If you're at a 4.6 or lower, chances are it's not the passenger. You know, you may have to look at your own driving style, your own service style. There may be something that you're doing that's giving you that 4.6, okay? Now, it's tricky. I completely understand it is tricky. You know, well, what am I doing wrong? You know, I thought I'm doing everything right. I would look at each one of those things individually. Okay, well, am I speeding a little bit? Am I going 10 miles over? You know, I think 5 is safe. You know, not everyone likes it when someone's speeding, you know, or over 10 miles over. You know, am I whipping around corners, right? Am I not reading the social cues? You know, they really don't want to talk to me. Am I just like crushing them with conversation? Okay. Am I being rude? Are they trying to talk? Do they sound friendly? You can tell when someone's, you know, happy and friendly, they want to talk. Am I just like ignoring them? Am I being short with them? All of those things. So I would check each of those boxes. Driving style, service level. Is my car dirty? Okay, I know it's kind of hard to look inward sometimes. We got a bad connection, guys. Hey, if I lose you, I'm sorry. We still got open sky here, but probably a bad connection, so I apologize if it drops here. So yeah, next, look at your car. You know, is my car just filthy? Do I just not realize it? Does it smell awful because I leave, you know, dirty clothes in the back, or, you know, food in the trunk? If you have a hatchback like me, guys, and you bring a lunch with you, Jimmy said he gave someone a 3-star today because they were unprofessional and rude. And yeah, you're able to give, whatever rating you like. If there's a reason that you want to downrate someone, I say go for it. If they are rude, they're never gonna really know. Maybe it was you that rated them. Now they can see their rating immediately now, on the main screen. But even if they give you a 1-star as retaliation, right? You're gonna bounce back from that pretty quickly. Or if they give a reason, maybe you'll get protected from that. No, Larry, we have a bad connection. Larry just asked if the stream froze. Yeah, guys, I apologize. Can you still hear me okay? Let me know, guys. Is everything working okay? Because I know we have a bad connection. If you guys can just give me a heads up real quick. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to look at my GPS real quick here. I'm going to close the stream. Hopefully it just pauses and doesn't close it out completely. All right. Once I get a moment here. It's good, Jimmy? It's good? Okay, good. Yeah, I see that we have, well, I can't see it now, but I believe the bars, we're back up to 4 bars here, so. Waiting for this. Okay, let's check this GPS real quick here. I'll be right back. Let's see, it's over here. Okay, we're back, guys. Did it pause the stream, or did it completely end the stream? We still have 5 people in here, it looks like, so it looks like it paused the stream. Anyway, we're good. Paused it. Awesome. Thanks, Larry. Yeah, I just want to check. I mean, it should pop up for me. The banner should come down. But I just wanted to make sure where we were at because we had 70 miles to go until I had to do something. Now we're down to 14 miles. But I will go for another like 10 or 15 minutes. I actually just noticed my battery's on 20%. So we're going to charge it here. And probably hop on a little bit later tonight or something. We'll see. But hey, 6 people in. Uh-oh, we got a bad connection again, guys. Hey, 6 people in here, 8 likes if you're just joining, guys. I'd really appreciate it if you do leave a like on this live stream. Guys, this channel, we are dedicated to the rideshare space. If you're a driver, a passenger, or someone that just happens to be interested in the rideshare space, consider subscribing. All right, so let's go back to talking about tips, guys. I want to make sure we talk about this Tuesday here. Uber matched tips on Tuesday. Larry already said that he made no extra money in tips. Actually, no money in tips at all. How has it been for the rest of you guys? How was Tuesday like? On average, how many tips do you even get on the Uber platform? I think, there we go. The sun's right over there, as you can see. Hopefully I don't get blinded. How was your Tuesday? How has tipping been in general? Are passengers even using that tipping option? And did you get any matched double tips on Tuesday? It says I have 4 bars. I'm not sure why it says very bad connection. Come on, YouTube. We got open skies. There's nothing in the way here. How's your Tuesday, guys? Let me know. Larry said he made no money in tips on Tuesday. I was still in San Diego, and we're en route right now to San Diego. And I did take some rides and doubled some drivers' tips. I had a fantastic driver. We gave him a $5 tip. Larry, some passengers still pay in cash. And that's interesting to note, guys, is passengers can still tip in cash. There's never been a rule that passengers cannot tip in cash on the Lyft platform because Lyft has always had in-app tipping. There's never been a rule that they can't tip in cash. The same thing with Uber, right? It's a personal transaction. If someone wants to say, hey, I want to give you $5, a third party, a company, They can't say, hey, no, you can't take that $5. No, it's a transaction between two individuals. Private cash transaction. Yeah, you can still accept cash trips, guys. Don't worry. And interesting to note about tips, guys, on Tuesday is I kind of somewhat echo what Larry said, is that it wasn't that great for drivers. Now, it's not really surprising. The last time they did this about a month ago, I kind of heard the same thing. I have some signage coming up here for St. Louis. Through traffic. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Kind of heard the same thing last month. That driver said it wasn't that exceptionally successful. Okay, why? Right? Tuesdays are traditionally slow. Cash, not cash. Right? Did I say cash trips? No. If I said cash trips, I meant cash tips. Yeah, Larry was just clarifying. He said cash tips, not cash trips. Yeah, guys, Uber and Lyft, you cannot pay cash for the actual trip itself. So if I misspoke there, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm about to get you deactivated, Larry says. Just kidding. Yeah, guys, Larry did not take any cash trips. Maybe it's the microphone. I need to enunciate into the microphone. Yeah, guys, you can never take a trip and accept cash payment. Okay? There's been a few pilot markets that have allowed that on the Uber platform, but basically everyone, you cannot take cash for trips. I think that's pretty understood. But if you're a new driver, just a heads up, guys, you cannot take cash for a trip. That can get you deactivated and will. So, yeah, Tuesday, guys, here's what happens. When Uber says they will match tips for drivers, what is that going to do? Obviously, get a lot more drivers out there on Tuesday because drivers want some of that tip matching. Traditionally, Tuesday, it hasn't been that crazy of a day anyway, right? It's not like Tuesdays are exceptionally busy. It's a Tuesday. What's going on Tuesdays? You know, bar specials typically happen, start on Wednesdays. You can get airport runs. There's always airport runs. But other than that, there's not much going on a Tuesday. At least from what I've seen and seen what other drivers have said. So let's talk more macro. There we go. Yeah, let's look more macro, guys. They did another day for tip matching. Well, what's next? What's next? That's pretty cool. And drivers do get a lot more income on that day, generally throughout the country. There are drivers who get tips and they double those tips, which is nice. So let's talk about the more macro picture here. What's going to happen with these 180 days of change? What do you guys think? Let me throw it out to you guys first. Have we seen the biggest changes already in the 180 days of change program on Uber? Have we already seen as good as it's going to get? They did add tipping. That was pretty big. We thought they would never do that. And I hope I just took the right route. I'm going to assume that I just took the right route because the road kind of split. I think we're good, though. I think we're good. This is the major freeway here. So they added tipping. They shortened the cancellation window when you're in transit after 2 minutes of being in transit, driving to your passenger. If the passenger cancels, you get that $5 cancellation fee if applicable in your market. Uber added paid wait time windows. After 2 minutes, you start getting paid for wait time, which isn't, I know it's not extravagant, but it's something, right? I'll take it. You can pay me little increments here and there for whatever. It's still extra money. Oh, we gotta put the sunglasses on again, guys. All right. And okay, I'm looking for signage here. I don't want to miss what I have to do up here, guys. Richie, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting. Richie said he wanted to give his driver a $50 tip, but the app would not let them. Let me check my GPS right back. I'm going to answer that question and talk about what happened there in just a sec. Okay, we're back. I just don't want to miss this turn, as you can imagine. We have 4.7 miles. And I'm going to stay on the freeway that I'm at. I may jump off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to probably pause it again when that turn comes up here. I'm going to assume that the navigation will come up on the screen here, but, you know, I'm just obviously very... I just don't want to miss my turn, as you can imagine. So, Richie said he wanted to tip his driver $50, but the app wouldn't let him. Why is that, you know? Well, when Uber was tip matching, they were only allowing passengers to tip double the fare. At least that's from what I've heard, you know, what I heard. So if the trip was $25, then yes, you could tip $50. And Uber would match that. But that's the max that you could do. You could tip double the fare. And why is that? Now, if that's not quite accurate, somebody let me know. I'm just trying to go off memory here, but you could tip double the fare. So if it was an exceptionally expensive trip, if it was $100, you could tip $200. If it was $10, you could tip $20. You get the point. Why is that? Well, in my opinion, it's probably to prevent fraud, okay? And there's been some talk about getting profits from that tip matching and getting your friend who is a driver to, you know, drive you as a passenger and then tip them a very large amount, you know, the max amount, and then do the same again, you know, switching roles, and then you guys can obviously keep the tips. Yeah, that's kind of a buffer to prevent, you know, exceptional fraud on the platform. And it kind of is fraud, guys. And it really is. At the very minimum, it violates Uber's terms of service because it's not a true ride. You know, you're manipulating the system to maximize your earnings through a fake trip, basically. It's, you know, it's not a real trip per se. Now, you know, how would Uber argue that? How would they know? Well, they could see both profiles. You know, they could probably see you're both drivers. They could see that you guys requested each other immediately after you finished the first ride. Yeah, that alone could probably get those tips revoked because it's obviously not a real ride. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, that's not how someone would really use the platform. I'm going to continue. I think I'm going to continue this live stream here after this turn here. My phone is dying, so I'm going to make sure I have the charge for this navigation. Stay on for part 2. Maybe immediately, I'm not sure when. We're going to talk more about this tip matching, possible fraudulent action, and the 180 days of change going forward. You guys are awesome. 7 people on here and 10 likes. Hey, leave a like on your way out, guys. And again, we may be right back. We'll see what I can do here. So we'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys.